state and central government, nationally and internationally. In women's rights area, she advocated equitable educational opportunities and property ownership for women. She has emphasized faster empowerment through education with and without government support. She is working for all marginalized. Her work towards strengthening women's education is not only limited to minorities, but it is for every woman in this country, as women in India are minority within minority. She has worked in large-scale post-disaster rehabilitation projects in education, livelihood, and health in Kashmir, Assam, Muzaffarnagar, and Muzaffarnagar, UP. The key area of expertise has he is on board of numerous civil societies, NGOs, forums, confederations, committees as patron, advisory members, and trustee. She participated at various events as a panelist, speaker, jury, moderator, and has contributed her views on education development and development, CSR and sustainability in numerous publications. She has been bestowed with various medals and awards in the field of education, health, environment, and livelihood. And she was appointed as the chairperson on Committee of Girls Education by the National Commission for Minority Education Institution, the Government of India from 2009 to 2014. And she submitted two reports and recommendations after intense tour of the country and organized collaborative with more than 500 conferences, workshops, seminars, and conducts and 7 regional programs. So we have this esteemed personality with us today. So over to you, ma'am.
Hello. Are you audible to me? Are you audible to me?
You are audible, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning to everybody. I extend my gratitude and thank to the Women Manifesto for organizing this beautiful webinar on National Education Policy 2020 and regarding the perspective of the women. So this is the time to discuss these things so that we can go ahead with our women empowerment mission. Let me, I was given a topic to talk about the cause which hinders the women education. So let me begin with one of the quote by renowned academician philosopher Charles Malik Lee. He was from the Lebanon. He has given the best quote: fastest way to change the world is to mobilize the women in the world. That is true. And many initiative has been taken throughout the world to empower the women, but as our the sister who talked in the opening remark, as we are also far away in the world for that, 130 million girls are, according to the UNESCO, they are out of the schools and they are the dropouts. So it's likewise same condition is in our country as well. Millions of girls around the world are being denied an education because they are exploited, discriminated against, or just ignored. These girls have same aspiration and the dreams and the hopes like the boys are. They want to also learn, fulfill their potential, work and help for the community and the families. But too oftenly the girls or the women's are considered as a second class, we can say, and exploited, abused, and disregarded in the society. 50 million girls are out of school in India, 50 million girls. And what we have seen in some research is in India, girls are enrolled very late and they are drop out very early, very fast, they drop out. Let me give the quick, because I have allotted 20 minutes of time. So let me give the quick reasons why these girls are hindered, or they are prevented for the girl, for the education. They have the denial from the society for the education. Many policies are coming. So, but I think we need to policy, somebody in the world, one of the economist and social the development expert, he has given good the research work on that the policy is not every time the solution. There should be the change within the culture, within the society. Either it is India, it is America, it is Africa, it is other part of the South Asian India. So we are not allowing or giving the chance to the girls for the access to the education. By that, India is losing nearly about $6 billion annually because of disparity of the girls education, because of the disparity. So let me have the quick give the reason about denial of the women education. First is early marriage, which we have seen. Early marriage in India, boys are also the victim, but girls have been always the victimized. They have been married, they have got married below the age of 18 years. These are round about 15 million girls in the world. They are after their wedding, their education system has been fewer education cycle, and their family are mostly living in poverty, so they are not getting the chance after the marriage to get the education access. So number second is the pregnancy. Pregnancy is also one of the cause. 1 million girls under the age of 15 give birth each year. I'm talking about the globe. And this girls who are pregnant, regardless of their circumstances, will be excluded from the school. Many do not return after giving birth due to those rules, stigmas, fees, lack of child care, and unavailability of flexible school programs. So it can be catered through the Anganwadi system. We had the scheme, but it has been taken care earlier. That has been the reason that has not been properly mobilized. So violence at the school, not only the violence of the human rights, their human rights, it is also one of the common cause for the girls drop out school. The violence, girls face bullying and harassment at school. We have seen many case studies in rural areas, even in the urban areas as well. So their family then are not allowing girls to go for the education. Lack of funding is also one of the reasons. Too many girls are being left behind because of the funding is target to the boys' education. Education for girls often is having the lower budget, priority in the family, but of educating girls and young women's increase a country productivity and contribute to economical growth. If we will be able to give them the access, our country will have it will be have the great productivity. And we have seen the some southern Southeast East India South Asian countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. We have seen the women, they have given the chance, and they are contributing for the economical development. Again, the child domestic the labors, many girls working as 5 years old mainly, or in the agriculture, or in the home as a domestic servant, child domestic workers, and the particularly vulnerable to, they are having forced for the trafficking, forced labor, sexual violence, and many health issues. Many of the girls spend every day working to help the feed and themselves and their families. It is in case of, we are seeing many migrated from the Bengal and from the Jharkhand and from the Bihar, and also from some parts of the UP. They are coming, and we are seeing they have been pushed into very bad to disaster the situation. dangerous journey is also one of the, because parents are unwilling to send their daughters to walk long distance school, to take route that could be dangerous during the violent conflict. Girls are deliberately targeted by armies, by armies group, government forces. They often suffer sexual the violence, abduction, harassment. A study in India in 2016 has revealed that half of the girls were sexually harassed on the way to school, including being, they have been targeted. We are seeing in the Kashmir area, in other area where there is a conflict zone, girls have been, they have been victimized through different forces. Okay, poor sanitation is also one of the reasons. So the adolescent girls are not able to go because they are menstruating. They don't have the sanitary disposable. They don't have the availability of water. I have myself seen many schools in the Bengal, in UP, which are hardly 110 kilometers, 120 kilometers from the capital Delhi, and the girls which are adolescent, they don't have the facility of the washrooms, and also they are also not able to go to school. That is also because of the lack of infrastructure. Because of too many few teachers are available in the school, they are also not able to attend the school because of lack of teachers, female teachers. In some the can make school experience for the girls. The presence of more women would provide a girls friendly environment that would be young girls can be at ease. They can attend the school. So because of that, that is also the reason parents are not allowing, who are the stereotype, who are the orthodox, they do, and who are very conservative. They didn't allow their daughters that they should be taught by the male teachers. That has been also the reason. War zones of the girls out of school, we have seen they are also because of war, they are not able to go school. Then we can find out the disabilities among the girls also face discrimination, both because of the gender and their disability, making them among the most marginalized group of children's. Then the natural disaster, we have seen the earthquake, flood, and other disasters can devastate as education opportunity. In humanitarian, the emergency, including natural disaster, increased poverty for the family, and lack of employment and opportunity means girls are at high risk of early marriage and child labor. Even schools are still standing. Families whose livelihood has been destroyed may no longer be able to afford to send their daughters to the school. We have seen in Assam, there is a one area which is called Dhubri. Every year, in twice a year, the flood is coming, and some part of the, the Bengal, their schools has been washed off because of the flood and all. So they are also in the denial mode for the education, because they don't have the availability of mobile schools, and in mobile schools or the primary schools to provide the deprived, the marginalized society for education. Then because they are girls, just because they are girls, there has been denial for them, for the education. She's a girl, she cannot go for the school. We need to collect the money and make the dowry for her, and she has to overall take care of the family. That is also the denial from the families. Traditional practice, religious discrimination against the girls have been chance to not to get them the education, and some cultural norms. I have the time, so I'll expand something more.
Ma'am, you just have 5 more minutes, so it would be better if you could conclude.
Okay. So there are other areas of how these were the prevention or the hindrance these are the broad things which I highlight, that the girls are not able to go to the school. But I have gone through the document of the NEP 2020, which has been given more inclusive, for to decrease the disparity of the gender education. So we have seen India is among the 105th out of 128 countries. So it is also one of the research. So India is not spending much on education institution. It is very low cost. If the government would come forward, and they will come forward for this thing, it will be this disparity gap has been fulfilled. And there again, one of the scheme has been launched earlier by the government of India, that Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, for the sex determination, as well as to give them the opportunity for education. But CAG report has also evaluated that scheme, and it has been failed. It has also not been successful, that the Beti Padhao Beti Bachao. So we have a lot of expectation on this 2020 policy for everybody, to that this our country should have the proper kind of education. We have seen the educational right to education, access free and compulsory education. There are many things, and now this document has been divided into 4 parts: primary early child care education, then we have seen higher education, and other two components are there. That they have completely, there has been lot many things, but the practically is the government, central government, the state government, the civil societies, the individuals have to come forward to make this mission successful. As you in the opening introduction has already given the brief, that this national education policy has also had the fund for the girls inclusion fund, to give the have the infrastructure, to have access and opportunity for the girls education. So these are like some areas where in government can come forward and let us see the change, and we will it is also the duty of the civil societies and the and individuals, as well as a parent, as a teacher, to that we should make this mission successful, because women's are the economy of our society. She manage family, she is having the dimensional, qualities. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a wife, and she's a daughter. She can contribute if she will be able to give the opportunity. So let me listen from the other, because I conclude, I have made very crisp. I don't want to take more time. So I want to give listen from other panelists from what other topics you have allotted to them, so that then if any question will be there, we will be able to give the answer in the discussion, the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us a brief introduction on the problems faced by girls all over the world, which prevents them from being empowered, and also giving us a brief introduction on what NEP would be having for the girls and how it will help them to empower. So we'll be moving to the next speaker, that is Cynthia, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Cynthia, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Cynthia ma'am is an assistant professor in the Department of Education in Kerala University, and she is the author of several books on education, and she has undertaken research projects which principally deals with education in India. In addition to many roles she holds, she is presently the research guide in the Faculty of Education, University of Kerala. So we are happy to have you here, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Vandana. Good morning, one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes. Okay. So thank you for the first presenter. She was explaining how a national policy on education can bring changes in the life of women. And as far as women education is concerned, we all know what is the need of women education. And we are very much aware of women education and women empowerment because it is one of the most discussed topic all over the world. Who is a woman and what is the status of women in various parts of the world? Even if many initiatives are made, whether they are achieving the set goals. And questions like these are crucial as far as the educational policies and interventions are concerned. And women have been recognized by our great leaders and visionaries long back. And education is the only weapon to sharpen the strength of women and bringing gender equality in every arena of life. So I shall begin my presentation with a PowerPoint. Is it visible, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Shall I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm sure, ma'am.
Is it visible?
No, ma'am. We are just seeing your profile photo.
Okay. Host disabled participant screen sharing. That is the message. Can you
Yeah, yeah.
can you enable?
Yeah, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Is it visible?
Still not yet.
Now it's okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So we can discuss how women should be empowered through the new national policy on education. And let me begin with the famous quoting by Swami Vivekananda. There is no chance of welfare of the world unless the condition of the women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on one wing. So we all know how women should be contributing to the society, how women should be contributing to the life of everybody, and how. So in that sense,